Lovely. Well, whether you're revamping your teens room or another room in your home, you can create something unique by transforming flea market finds. Here with inspiration, Benjamin Moore's Sharon Grech. I spoke to people in the audience. They are big flea market folks. So I love that we're going to be talking about this. Yes. You took some shots because you went around to flea markets.
Yes, I've been staycationing this summer so far. So lots of flea markets, antique markets, garage sailing. You might even go to your grandma's basement or dining room. There's so many places you can find beautiful pieces that are really looking for a new take on life.
Yeah.
So repurpose. Upcycle. Like, there's so many things you can do. And what we all find with older pieces of furniture is that they're made so well. Like, the materials are really good and sturdy, the craftsmanship, the design. So why not, like, take something that you may have just thrown in your basement because it was a hand-me-down and bring it back upstairs, or go looking for something specific. But I really wanted to show how you can take those older pieces and mix them in with newer modern pieces and make them work for you today.
We need your skill level, because look at this piece right here. This is our first piece, which is gorgeous.
Now, look at the before.
Now look at the before, and then you're really going to be impressed. So we've got shots of how it looked when she actually found it at the flea market. So you can see the transformation that happened. And so it's like, that's a hutch. Is it a hutch?
It's a china cabinet, a hutch. Which again, they're kind of a dime a dozen, but look at the beautiful shapes. The shape of the design. And then for this one, we wanted to keep the walnut shelves, take off the doors, and then paint it. So again, instead of a china cabinet, because not a lot of us have big, collections of china anymore. We're a bit more practical, right? Yeah, we have a smaller kitchen and dining room. So why not go for open shelving, which is very trendy right now. So the open shelving is so much more practical. You can actually store pieces in there that you use every day. So it's not something that you have to close off from the kids. You can say, go get your plate. And it's handy, right? It's easy. So even for a small kitchen, which is what this is going to be repurposed for. So painted it all out with advanced paint, which is our furniture paint, perfect, in a pearl finish. So I wanted it not too shiny for this one, to kind of have that farmhouse feel. But then something you might want to think about is painting the back, especially if you have a lot of white pieces. You want to color in the background, and it kind of makes it stand out. So I use Stratton Blue in the same advanced paint back there. Now, this is definitely something that you can do yourself at home. It's a big project, but for this one, if you have a lot of pieces, you might want to send it out. So I really want to thank ProGlow Paints, their furniture refinishing department. They did this for us. So lovely. But very, very easy to do yourself. You've seen me do it a lot on TV. But I also wanted to mention that when you're at these flea markets, look at some of the smaller items as well. So this plaque, in the red, which it was in the beginning, which you'll see in the before picture, it's nice, but it was drawing a little bit too much attention.
Was that a piece of art?
It was a piece of art. But in the red, it drew too much attention. So by painting it with the same advanced paint, I used Stix primer on it. It really draws out the texture and the pattern, and it just, I hear some people going, oh.
It's like that tone on tone, and the fact that it's got that texture, it looks beautiful.
That's what you want. You want the texture and pattern. So look for pieces that you know when it's painted, even if it's a lot of colors, paint it all out, and it can just really tie in with your more sophisticated look. And again, even a little can, like from your Amaretti pieces, like there's so many little tin cans that you can get, and just use them for different things in your house, for decor.
Very nice.
Now, let's move over to the mudroom. Yes. So wanted to repurpose this beautiful vintage wash stand, which again, beautiful solid wood.
I like that you went shiny.
Right? It feels a lot more contemporary. And again, it's not perfect. It's been through several lives, so it's got lots of imperfections, but we're actually drawing attention to that with the high gloss.
Yes.
So here we went with jet black in a high gloss finish, also in advanced paint, changed up the hardware. So again, feels a little bit more contemporary. And then against the shiplap walls in decorator's white, it was kind of fun. I thought it could feel like a cottage, could feel like a cabin. A lot of people have this actually in their home as well. So you kind of get that black and white, more graphic feel. But that chair that you're leaning on, I'm still shocked.
I want to see the before of this guy.
Oh, we haven't seen the before. Yes, take a look at it.
Because we need to see your magic at work. So listen, an ordinary, everyday, very well-built product.
Very well-built, Tracy. And this is a good 80 years old, this one. Like,
amazing.
It's solid.
So good. Okay, and then the chair.
Now the chair. Now this is, so again, we're mixing something that's 80 years old, something that's 50 years old. It doesn't matter. You can put it all together with a beautiful, simple color palette. So if you look at this before, it was an old retro metal 50s chair. Again, dime a dozen at the flea markets.
Yeah.
But this was a little more work because it had started to rust.
I can imagine.
Bring it outside in your backyard. Scrape it down, sand it down. And then for this one, I used Benjamin Moore's Impervex. It's actually a water-based paint that's rust inhibitive. So it can be indoors, outdoors. Spot prime the rusty spots first with the same paint and then coat it a couple times. So a nice high gloss there. So it's really fun. It can be used indoors or outdoors. But again, I was imagining this is a mudroom, somewhere to sit down, put your boots on.
Yes.
And there you go. But it's the color that I think pulls it together.
It's gorgeous, and most of us wouldn't think of painting a chair like this.
That, right?
Yeah,
no,
like this kind of metal chair. You don't think you can, but all in one shade. It's beautiful.
Absolutely. Now this is where you have to look beyond. This out of context. Dresser drawers.
Yes.
So if you look at the before, again, just the dresser drawers at the antique market.
Yeah.
And again, like the dresser might be falling apart, but the drawers can be used as shelving. So I thought this was a really fun way to paint at the back. Oh, I love this audience. They're so
they're so impressed.
Decorative items, shelves.
So
you can hang them any which way, and there you go.
I think it's great. You know what? They should be impressed with you.
Thank you.
I'm impressed with you all the time. So to help with your upcycling project, Sharon has brought Benjamin Moore gift certificates for everyone.